this. This out of the way, all that fun stuff. Okay. There we go. Sweet. What's going on tonight? Well, I don't know yet. I don't really have, anything in particular on my mind for today. Get this going so I can keep pushing my little day, a little work day. I smoked Bo had a long day of work. Well, that feels that. Mostly just been like, I kind of lost track cleaning up my house a bit at my place, and when I realized what time it was, I was kind of like, oh fuck. I was like, shit, there's like other things I was going to try to do, but I was waiting for a response, from one of my folks about that, but never heard back from them. And then one of my other folks was trying to hit me up, and I was supposed to meet him somewhere. They never hit me up. So I lost track of time because I was kind of waiting for them, and then I was like, oh, well, at least I did this, accomplished something that was actually good, so either way, it's like, it's not like, the most successful day I would, personally think for myself, but, just mostly because it's like this, like, my folks aren't really exactly being 100% communicative. But not a big deal, though. What are you doing? What are you doing scrumming around like a silly bean? Oh, now Jazz is getting involved. Tuba's game just got out, and nothing less flooded with sports fans. Oh shit, really? My friend did call me earlier while he's doing deliveries, and it does seem like that. Vito, what the hell are you dragging along? You got the bone, but you're dragging your leash around everywhere. Oh my god. Crazy dogs. No, big door. Where oh, he's over there. Oh, there he is. Okay. But anyway, like I was saying, my buddy is doing deliveries and shit, and he hasn't, he was calling me earlier and wasn't bitching about work, so at least he never had a chance to yet until his mom called, so I was like, well, I guess we'll find out if it is a good day or not. There we go. Alright. About to flood your lungs? I am too. I is too. at the bus stop, ripping a split. Nice. True Portland way. Hell yeah. Another good fun Portland way is to, in the 15 minutes, challenge yourself to have a beer before the bus shows up. I've done that once or twice. I'll be like, all right, we got a 6-pack. Got about like 8 minutes till the bus. Kind of want a pregame, fuck it, I'll open one, just kind of hold on to it, and then just like put empty can in there later when I'm done with it. A little pregame buzz before you meet with homies kind of thing, you know what I mean? But that's why you kind of get a tall boy or two for yourself, honestly. I drink till next week. I cut weight for the revolution. I need to gain weight for the revolution, so honestly, carbs like this works just as well for me. What type of fuck is this? Oh, yeah, that's right. Okay, it's just a slow build. Honestly, you know, I just need to get mine, bro. No shit. Honestly, I need to, like, once I get some income going again, at least more stable income, I want to at least save up so I could start, you know, target shooting again and shit like that. And also, like, maybe, like, do a specific camping trip where I'm, like, at least trying to do some basic drills kind of stuff. Like, one, you know, like, spend, like, 3 or 4 nights camping. And then one of the nights, you know, I set targets up, set some shit up. And then the next day, I go out there and at least try to, you know, like, do some, you know, test runs and shit. You know, see how fast I can reload, you know, aim, like, you know, shit like that. Maybe even, like, you know, transition from sidearm practice to, which I don't have, but my friend does, so I can, you know, just for the virtue of practice, like, you know, kind of stuff. But obviously, actually, you know, fucking with a holster and learn what, like, there's techniques and stuff you get, you know, want to practice and actually learn these things. You can enjoy it. Housings, enjoy Jiu-Jitsu housings where I went to spend some cash. Yeah, another thing is I want to see if one of my homeboys, which I already know he wants to, you know, wants to like do like kind of a dual membership thing at like 24-hour fitness, and days that, you know, he's got a day off and wants to, you know, go out and do some shit like that. Try to do that more often. At least try to get, you know, some elements of my health kind of back in order. I mean, I'm a stoner, bro, so there's only so much, to be fair, but, you know, hey. A little bit's better than nothing, obviously. Ooh. Just a little pop. Another thing I want to make sure I can try to do is, like, get my posture up a little better. Over the years, I've always been kind of a slouch, you know, and especially when it came to certain things like marching band or wind ensemble and stuff, you have to make sure your posture was good. So I had like a decent one for a while, but now I'm just like, oh fuck, it's been a while, so I need to like really get back into that and really like start even like overcompensating almost, like trying to get back more often. Posture is crucial, definitely. And I'm a tall fuck, so, you know, I can't afford my back to get all fucked up by the time I'm like 40. Soup, bro. Soup. I'll call you out if you see slouching. Well, to be fair, it's kind of hard to see if I am slouching or not, because right now I'm not. Even this, I'm not. I'm leaning in, but I'm not slouching. I guess the key is if I'm, like, starting to do this. That's kind of a key, but even then, I'm like, I'll be over here, like, doing weed stuff and, you know, like, loading my bowl or whatever, you know, so. No, sup equals what is up. But you misspelled it and said soup. I know what it's, or is it that auto, like, translate thing? Oh, yeah, it's automatic chat translation. That's what it is. Oh. You know, that kind of helps sometimes. Wait, it doesn't automatically switch it off? Okay, well, whatever. Well, that's funny. Well, honestly, in a way, I like that because there are people from like Russia and shit that'll like say something in straight up fucking, Russian or Ukrainian or whatever, and I'm like, what the fuck did you say? But that all translate at least does translate it for me, so I'm like, I kind of at least can read what they're saying, but it doesn't help the other person though, unless like my shit's being auto dubbed and delayed or something. Like, I don't know. It's weird. Mitch McConnell is a vegetable. Yeah, if I was to transform into a fucking vegetable, I would, I will admit that is a weird question, but I'll entertain it. Not quite still enough for yet, though. But honestly, probably, hmm, probably the humble onion. Wanna why? Because it's versatile. Pretty much most dishes have it incorporated in some way, shape, or form. It's like the jack of all trades veggie. Like it, and there's different types of onions too. So, but I'm just gonna say just strictly just the onion as itself. So doesn't matter which onion, just onions. And I also would probably include shallots and shit like that in there as well, and green onions and stuff. Like they're very versatile. Like I mean, pretty much every part of the world has onions in one way, shape, or form included in their food. At least have dishes that have that. How's the night going? Well, it's only like barely over 10 minutes in, so we're just kind of starting. But I don't really have like anything in particular in mind right now. If anything else, technically, I was going to do a little hiatus and maybe spend a week with my bro, but he never really got back to me at all today about that, so it got me back, about some other shit, but not that, so I don't know what the fuck, is going on with that. You hope. I don't think I could do that right now. Got a question? Well, you don't have to say that. Just shoot the question. Yeah, habanada pepper. It's like a habanero bread without spice. But all the flavor though. But what's the point without the flavor? And spice. You need the spice so you incorporate with the flavor. What's your favorite cheese? Mustard, pepper jack, and lead? Havarti, specifically garlic Havarti, and sharp cheddar cheeses specifically, and Parmesan Reggiano, and an pepperino. That's really good. A lot of different like Italian good shred cheeses you put in pastas that make a nice creaminess stuff. Shit like that. Got any pups tonight? Well, yeah, I dog sit them. If I'm here, they're there. One of them's right there. I think Jazzy's like snacking on some food. And here we go. Oh, great. Hi. What the fuck? Why do you do this? Yeah, I'm a crazy anxious boy. My tail will be insane. You ever try brie with caramel with apples? No, I haven't. I actually haven't tried brie before. I've smelt it though, and I'm not too sure how I feel about it. I mean, I used to work at a deli, so I mean, I'm familiar with a lot of these cheeses, and honestly, I'm like, I don't know how I feel about it. Maybe if it's like a good, proper quality brie, that's not like some name brand or something, maybe I might actually like it. But I don't know. I'm very fucking picky with cheeses. I am not a fan of most cheeses. Even like American cheese, fuck that shit. Fucking most cheddars, arguably, I'm not really a big fan of, but sharp cheddars I really like. From medium sharp to extra sharp, more sharper the better, personally. What else? Fermented shark cheese. Is that a thing? I've had fermented shark before, but not. Is there a cheese off of it? What the fuck? What? I've been to Iceland once where I've had that, so. I'm not a big fan of brie, to be honest. I'm not really into super soft spread cheese. I mean, there's this like one like kind of orange, like straight orange, like kind of cheese that's got a little kick to it. That's kind of a spread. I forgot exactly what the fuck it's called, but Usually has like diced up peppers and stuff in it. That one's actually pretty good. I just don't know what it's called. But if you have that with like a little bit of like, you know, pepperoni or something like that with a cracker or two, like make like a little mini sandwich out of that, that's actually not too bad. Strawberry cream cheese and an onion bagel. I feel like a mixed blueberry like or a mixed berry bagel would be way better with that. An onion bagel? I'm not sure how I feel about that. Now, a mixed berry bagel, like one of those little sweet bagels or something. Me too until I tried it. Hmm. I suppose it's one of those combo dishes where it's either like gonna be really good or really fucking disgusting. There's no in between. I feel like it's one of those like things for people's palates. Like you're either just gonna like it or you're just not. There are a lot of things out there like that where people be like, "Yo, this is really good." Now I'll look at them like, "What the fuck?" And then I'll have shit that I think is amazing, and people look at me like, "What the fuck?" So I don't know. Maybe I'll try it. Honestly, I'm willing to try anything at least once if I'm like, okay, there's enough here where I think I can enjoy that. I will say, anything with blue cheese, though, I'm no bueno. And we've had this argument before on streams in the past. I don't want to really get too hard into it again because I think it's repulsive. Like, the only... The fuck? What type of ES banging are they doing over there? Keeping mental note of when that happened, okay. If I hear more of that, I'm gonna be like, BRB guys, hold up. Hitting homie up. Noises are afoot. If it's just the one, then whatever. Maybe they slammed the door or something. Wait, what was I saying? Oh, yeah. So, my main thing about like blue cheese, the only way I probably would eat it is via like a burger, like a blue cheese bacon burger or something like that, where it's basically like a sauce. Because apparently that is supposedly fucking fire. I have never tried it. I honestly don't even really know if I really want to. So if someone does, they're gonna have to like cut like a little triangle for me so I could have like a bite's worth to just sample it. You know what I'm saying? Like, cause that's the only way I think that's gonna happen for me. At least to just try it to see if it actually is like. I'd be like, okay, I see what's going on there. But that's probably the only way you'll ever get me to have blue cheese. It's got like fucking mold in it and shit, bro. Like, what the hell? What human being thought, yeah, this is good, fam? And then some chunk of society of our species just thought, yeah, definitely. It just went with it. Like, who the fuck thunk that? And who are the psychotic fucks that went along with that and thought, yeah, it's actually good, fam? And then now it's just a staple of the world to some degree when it comes to certain foods and shit. It's like, fuck. You know, something else I've kind of realized? It's mostly white people shit. You notice, like, in, fucking, like, African, Hispanic cuisines, indigenous, American cuisines or Asian cuisines, that there's no blue cheese involved in it or any moldy cheese, usually. Now, granted, there's probably some moldy fermented soup foods and other shit, but, like, I'm not discarding that, but, like, I mean, bruh. No other part of the world is doing goddamn, like, blue cheese and shit besides, like, the West. I'm being hyperbolic and I'm being a little cheesy, no pun intended, but I mean, but am I, like, I'm not really wrong though. Blue cheese is really good if you only get actual real blue cheese. Most blue cheese in America is fake. That's probably why I hate it so much. Now, if I actually tried some authentic blue cheese that was on like a burger or like a steak or something like that, and you know, the whole shebang, and it was actually like, I don't know, maybe it would be good. I've added that caveat. But beyond that, fuck that shit. It's repulsive. I don't like it. And you wouldn't like pay me unless it was a lot of money to fucking do that. Newsflash, cheese equal mold. I mean, yeah, but I'm talking about like it got moldy on top of that, but I guess the mold is harmless and shit because it was in like certain, you know, conditions and whatever the you know, like, you know what I mean? Shit killed your kid. Well, hey, like I said, well, you know, from times past, this also isn't even my place. But hey, friends are moving anyway, so it's landlord's fault. Maybe they should have fixed it like they, you know, have it on the lease of the contract where it's their, you know, responsibility, not the renter. And you're not an authority on cheese. Who said I was an authority on cheese, dog? These are my personal tastes. And I'm just well, excuse the fuck of me. Jesus. Authority on cheese. No one's like an authority outside of maybe like the Italians and the French. And I mean like actual Italians and French. Like they're probably the only ones that actually probably do. Is getting fun booted. That already is a rule here. That's already a rule here. I mean, at least you're not being like a troll about it. But still, it's like, it is a rule. That's why I'm like, hey, you know, I will say it once and that's the only warning. Like, I did, so that's it. Like, that's the warning. Move on from it. Or else, yeah, there is going to likely be a booting. Just don't. In the best interest. Philly cheese, crab cheese, goat cheese, stinky cheese. During these, get these. Just our boy over here rapping or something. You old enough to remember goat cheese? Don't think so. Bro, give me mod powers. You already do, bro. You literally do. You got the mod shit, bro. You're a blue name in the chat. You got mod powers. I mean, you know, I can show you how to work them if you honestly don't know. But Rose does. I mean, he can do it if he wants. If it comes up again. Pokeball chose out of here. I don't even know who you are. You have to actually be like legit and cool and been a known quantity for quite a while for that to be the case. Like, what was it? He was in here earlier. He's probably on bus and doing his own thing now. But Inky Capelli, like he, you know, he's been a known quantity and shit, and then also in PDX, it's, you know, all that shit. So it's like he's chill. You know, so I am dog. I'm just quiet. Well, if you are, then I mean, if you want to have more of a chance for that to be the case, one, don't ask for it, and two, just chat it up, and who knows? There might be a time where I'll get a hair up my ass. I mean, I had a hair up my ass when I mod Inky just because he's just chill as fuck, so I was like, fuck it. Bus back as fuck right now. Dude, they've been kind of like that all day. Oh, thanks, Rose. I have that pinned up now. I don't really have anything in particular for a night, so, you know, it's more of just there if anyone wants to send some love. Actually, I don't know who the fuck it was, but there was somebody that did send a little bit of Ched for Cash App the other night, and I don't know who it was, but I do want to give them the loves and thanks of whoever that was. I thought I had notifications set up for this damn thing, but I guess not. So it's like, well, I guess I'll just have to go to the Cash App and, you know, figure it out. Fail Fairy out, doll. I'm trying to help you out with these damn troublemakers. Oh, I got plenty of people on the roster. Like I said, you might get your chance. Besides, I'm also on the roster too. I got like, my little gun over here on the side if I have to like swing it over and be like, all right, you know what I mean? So I sent you the money, blood. You're supposed to mod me for it. Then I remember the name on the actual Cash App. What was it? Because I know what it is. So if you know if it's the same as I remember it, then I'll say, okay, cool. Then fine. I don't exactly remember saying I will give you a mod ship for it. Skipping me? No, I'm not. There's just different people, chatting. And also, I do scroll up a little bit to catch up. Did you know sharks predate trees? Yeah, yeah. And also, I don't know why you have to go all caps there, my friend. Your caps lock isn't necessary. Dude, I don't know why my brain is so mundane, because the dreams I have. Okay, last night I started something about Godzilla, but then it became me with Kyle Kalinske. And you know what we did? Grocery shopping. What the fuck? My bad, you weren't responding. Well, like I said, there's other things that are, there's other stuff in the chat that are happening. I can't get to every single little thing. Do I care for Mob Power Stock? Got Discord then? Because if so, I want to see some art for one. I want to check that out just to see if it's worth it. And for two, I can send you some of like what my character looks like, and you can go from there. But it has to be good results. You know what I'm saying? Did you know platypus is sweat milk? Yes. I'm kind of like a little bit of a nerd when it comes to biology shit, so chances are I'm gonna probably say yes to a lot of those, kind of things. Then I'll get a mod, depending if I like it or not. It's like the fourth person I felt political have grocery shopping dream about. First there was Sky and TJ, Paul's third, now Kyle's fourth. That is really interesting. Weirdly enough, my dream last night was kind of a mixture of some wild, weird shit. But also, not like mundane, but mundane, like typical environments. Like, one of them was at my house for some reason. And I don't even exactly remember. I think it was like my brother and then somebody else that were there. I don't even remember exactly what the fuck was going on. And then it like morphed into like, what the fuck else was it? I'm actually now starting to kind of forget some of it. This is literally from last night, so that's why it's kind of somewhat fresh, but fuck, I'm starting to forget some of it. Oh, I was weirdly at like the ice facility in the stream, and for some reason, I guess I had my brother pick me up, which is weird because he was already at my house before, and I guess I morphed over. I don't know. Dreams are weird, and and then we went to his place, and which I remember about. So it's like that's another mundane. So I don't know. It was like, but what was going on though was like the first half was just just mundane. The second half was kind of wild because like shit went down and it got like stir crazy, shit going down while my brother was rolling up to pick my ass up, and we were getting like pepper balled and shit as I'm like rolling out, whatever. It was, I remember that part of the dream. It was fucking weird, dude. And then there was like some other fucking thing where I know it was really like an argument back and forth with my bro for some fucking reason, and then I was like back at my house just chilling with my dog and just hanging, and then I woke up. And I was like, the fuck? I was like, gotta take a major piss, shit. Alright, it's like about 1, alright, okay, cool, alright, well, that dream was fucking weird. What the fuck? I just like, it was weird. And then the one before that, I kind of just only remember for some reason it was in, where was it? It was here, and What? It was I don't even remember. I think it was like a party of some sort, and but I just don't remember all that was going on. It was just kind of like a little mish. Vash better not be an act. I feel like you stream picked by a friend. They have symbiotic ingredients. You don't understand, my guy. They have super nutrient microbes. Oh my god, for real, dude. You know, honestly, I will admit, for every so often when I'm like out in travels around Portland, I find people that unironically just look like a Vosh clone. I mean, the beard, the face, the glasses. The only difference is that sometimes they have short hair, sometimes they got long hair, sometimes they're bigger dudes and very tall, sometimes they're smaller, and like they're like literally variations of Vosh, bro. I know one of them for sure is a bus driver too. I know for a fucking fact, because I don't know which line, because I don't know if like bus drivers alternate different lines that they have to take and shit. But I know for a fact I've like seen him on different bus routes I've taken. I'm like, you look like Vosh. In my mind, that's what I'm thinking, but I don't want to say anything because I'm like, the dude's probably gonna have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. I forget what species of frog it is, but touch the skin, it'll trip balls. I know of a frog where its glands will like secrete this like venom that if you dry up and like sun dry or some shit, or like heat dry it, and basically take like the crusty part of like what's left after most of it's been evaporated, like you can hella trip balls if you smoke it. The Sonoran desert toad. Now frogs, I have no fucking idea. I know, like, when it comes to the Amazon dart frogs, like, if you touch those or anything like that, you would just fucking die. So, I mean, I doubt it's those. How does a farmer count their cows? I don't know. Did you know cows can have best friends? Yeah, they can have some best friends. They also love music, too. If you play music around them, they will come up to you and just like, oh, and like actually legit check it out. I will admit, like most of the cows that have been around are always usually very skittish. Outside of one, and he was kind of an asshole because obviously he's the bull, and he's like, "What you doing around my bitches, huh? What you doing around my bitches?" Like that's how he is with me. He's like, "I smell your bro. I don't like you around my bitches, bro." It was when I was hanging out at my cousin's ranch in Texas, when that happens, because all of the cows are actually like strangely kind of curious but skittish. But that bull was like for the longest time just eyeballing, just staring. And eventually just started rolling up, being like, all right, who's this motherfucker? And I was like, uh-oh. I was like, oh, this probably ain't gonna be good. Sure, first Shama's mouse playing where you at? What the fuck? How about us? I'm at Nunya in business. That's where I'm at. Don't be afraid to name the real issue. What? That reminds me, I have a ton of I have a bone to pick with TJ because I finally watched a corn pop video. That shit made me sad, man. Oh, the corn pop vid. Oh, damn. Oh, don't remind me of a little corn pop. I like how that cat went from Cordelius to Cordy, and then Joe Biden did his little corn pop story, and then it was just forever named corn pop. Outside Cook County. Sure. Definitely. Ketchup was originally made out of mushrooms instead of tomatoes. That's interesting. I know, like, there was, like, kind of a Roman early day version of, like, that kind of sauce, but obviously because tomatoes weren't a thing until, the New World was discovered, at least, for, like, Europeans in the West. So they had something different going on. And I know, I knew there was like, alternatives. I didn't know mushrooms were kind of a part of that. That is actually kind of interesting. I'm assuming, one of the mods are already going to be on the case, but I'm just not even going to bother with that. In 1830, ketchup was sold as medicine. I'm not really too surprised. The most wildest fucking shit was sold as medicine. There was like, I remember there was this, because this is a YouTube channel that will, like, give fun little, like, Victorian era / like early 1900s, like, elixirs, stuff like that. Little fun factoids about shit like that. And one of them was this eye drop that dead ass at 45% alcohol, and then opium, liquid opium in that bitch, and then like the rest of it was just basically just water. It's like, what the fuck? Like, why would you, as an eye drop, like, what the fuck? Like, why? Might as well just drink it, Dream my combat, your weird wet dream. What the fuck? No, I did not, and I don't know. I mean, it's probably too far back. You might as well just, like, retell it. This one is sad if you're good with that. Used to be more like Worcestershire sauce. Yeah, like OG ketchup, or at least ketchup back then, was basically just like a thicker version of like Worcestershire sauce. I guess I could try to scroll back. I mean, do I have to go that far? Oh, Jesus Christ, I really do, huh? I don't even did YouTube even put it through? Hold on, let me put all messages. That's probably why. Okay, wow. I'm kind of now regretting doing that because Jesus Christ, there's some slop that was actually kind of overriding the goddamn fucking. Like, I'm not even finishing that because I know what that's supposed to be. You're gone. Bye. I don't. Keep Donald Trump's name out of your fucking mouth. How about Donald Trump could go suck this? Well, never mind. I don't want him to suck my dick. That would probably be very repulsive, disgusting. I'll probably get like gonosyphilis, Rhea AIDS, and that would be very unfortunate. So I don't know. Actually, never mind. But he can go fuck himself. How about that? Dude, this guy thinks I live in Chicago. You're pretty, but babe, if you come to... He's just doxing himself. Chicago, Illinois, I can help you out. Kiss. You know what? You're getting a timeout. You really honestly unironically think I live in fucking Chicago, dog? Gorogo or whatever the fuck. And also that 88. I'm curious. After your 300 seconds and you can come back, explain that. I'm curious about that 88. I can't untime a timeout, so you're just gonna have to wait. Just playing robot. Broke a kid's arm. Or, wait, finger, my bad. How's that even possible? How's that even, like, I get, like, the whole, like, the machines are rising up, bro, kind of thing, but, like, because I kind of wanted to make that joke, but honestly, I'm more kind of flabbergasted as to how that fucking happened. That a robot just, like, I don't know. Weird. You see a comment of a dream I had? No, I didn't. You want to put it back in there? Because I've scrolled up and I couldn't find it. I saw other comments that were yours that had nothing to do with it. So you might as well just copy, paste it, or retell it. It was up there, but I think YouTube just didn't allow it. I think it murked it, dude. I think YouTube is just like, oh, hell no. Because it will do that. You might just have to send it to me on, like, Telegram or something like that. So, I mean, just try to send it again, and if it doesn't pop up, then yeah, just text it to me. Or, like, Telegram me it or something. Though, to be honest, I'm not really too sure if I want to know, but you've already told me about so many different things about your life where I'm like, you know what's the fucking worst at this point? What's the worst that can happen at this rate? Yeah, see, YouTube is censoring a bunch of it. Yeah, no, wait, hold on. NBA, the Blazer, text it to me on Telegram or something, bro. Like, I'm not joking. It legit did not send all of it. It sent some of it, but it literally was like halfway through. Just send the whole thing on Telegram or something. Because all I got out of that, and then she tied me down on my bed and blah, 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 blah. Like, so, yeah, bro, you're just gonna... YouTube is not having any of it. I do have Telegram on here, so if you do send it for Telegram, I can at least read it. Actually, you know what? I'll just... What are you on here? Okay, he got it. All right, he gets it. All right, he got it. We Gucci. He got it. So we'll just get a notification eventually, then I can read it over here. And I can react to it. Oh yeah, he's getting it down. He's getting it down. Man, I'm feeling bad for Logan now because I'm not trying to frustrate him. He obviously wants to tell me so bad. Oh my god. Made it to the good old 75. No shit. I know that bus. It is a Saturday. What time is it right now? Dude, are you going north or south? You don't have to go into too much detail about it. That's all you got to say. But depending on that answer, I might tell you how far to go. South, take it all the way to the end. Duffy's is doing that. You know that bar, right? They're doing karaoke over there right now. And I know the bartender and the KJ over there. So if you're looking for maybe to have a little fun and check out some, cool folks and stuff that I know, tell them that Andrew sent them your way. Because that is a legit fucking awesome little spot. Broke as fuck. You can still hang out. I mean, Jess, like, she's the bartender there tonight. I know that for a fact. And she's chill as fuck. Guy on walking my dog. Yeah, fair enough. I'm just saying. If it was, like, earlier, like 9 or something, I would say, hey, even if it's like 30 minutes. Yes, I'm actually just about to read it, Logino. By the way, I know you're probably a little frustrated. Blame YouTube, dude. That's probably why I didn't see it. It's because it was censoring it. But I got it. I'm going to read it here. Okay, so this is what NBA was trying to say. So my dream I had was this girl I was seeing tied me down, and then she had those really fucked up, crusty ass, chapped lips with pus stuff? With pus stuff? What the fuck does that mean, homie? Oh no. And then she was like, and then she like Wait, it says S star star star. Wait, what are you saying there? Are you saying shit? She like shit and ate my ass by force? What were you trying to say there? That part's a little confusing. Might need a little slight elaboration, but I think I got what you mean. She like something and ate my ass by force, and I was totally violated by her. I'm going to need her to apologize for the shit she did in my dream and real life. Lamau. Shit was a total nightmare. But it was a wet dream, so you woke up and there was a little wetness when you woke up to that, though. Sounds like, there was some weird enjoyment out of it, though. Tell the story, chat. I just did! I'm just kind of like... And she, like, shit and ate my ass by force. Like, what, did she shit on you? Like, what the hell happened there? Like, that's the only part I'm like, huh? But... What? I'm just like, bro. Dog. What, bro? Was a girlfriend possessed by a demon? Not a girlfriend, just some random chick he's been like one of the many women he's like kind of seen or talked to and stuff. And I guess I don't know which one, that was never specified. You know, apparently that in her dream, dude. You don't have, dude. It's a dream. You know, obviously, you know she can't, like dictate what the fuck, her weird dream self is doing in your damn dream. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Like, you know how many times that you've been in my fucking dreams and I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? You know what I mean? Like, that's obviously not in your behavior. Dude, it happens all the time. Dreams are fucking weird. Dreams are fucking little mind fucks, man. Especially when they're so vivid and you remember them. That's when it's just like, whoa, what the fuck was that? I still remember a few of them to this day. I even distinctly remember one, or at least two, that actually overlap each other, but are in like different timelines, so to speak, but definitely overlap in the same broader like dream story and world. It's really weird, and I vividly remember both of them. And weirdly enough, both times while I was in Texas too. The last time I was there and the year before that. If you're not modding Ignite's live stream, what the fuck you do with your life? Not chatting it up, not, hey, lurkers, come on now. Come on, lurkers, come forth. Who knows if they're chill enough? But the thing is, I got a lot of mods as it is. I got, NBA, Rose, Inky, Rip City, Kaz, Tyler, but he's rarely ever fucking on here. Brian is, but he's also rarely ever fucking on here. He's like here like maybe like once a month. I have a Match Hyperion's another one, and he's like probably the most trigger happy one out of everybody. And then there's Stony Lonesome, but he hasn't been on in fucking long time. I even tried hitting him up, and try to be like, hey, what's up, bro? And then there's one more fucking there's Mornax, and then which that's kind of given. I also don't know why I didn't mention him yet. There was one more. Who is it? It's fuck, what was his name? Oh, what the fuck? I'm blanking on it right now. Okay, I don't know why I'm blanking on it right now. There's like one other person. So I have 10. I know for a fact I have 10. And honestly, I could probably double check. I know there's a way that I can look up, like the mods that I have. I think I have to do it on desktop though, because like the fucking mobile app for YouTube sucks. Fat women make me apologize for shit I did in a dream. Well, they're fucking ridiculous. That doesn't make sense. It's a fucking dream. It's a dream. Like, you have literally no control of what their brain is doing in a dream. You don't have to apologize for something you, like, some dream self in their dream did. Like, you don't have to do that. That's just ridiculous. And if anything, that's a hardcore red flag. I'd just be like, you're fucking crazy. I don't have to apologize for some random ass dream you had. Like, what the hell? I'm sorry that you had an unfortunate, nightmarish, like, weird ass dream or whatever the fuck, but obviously I had nothing to do with it. Like, what the fuck? It's just a dream, dude. Like, you know? At NBA, I had a dream you gave $100 to me. A rose. Well, that's interesting. A Rip City. No, I mentioned him too. Oh, I think it's Wahats. Like, he's only been in here like twice ever, but you know, I gave him a mod just because like he's a homie, he's chill and shit. So I was just like, hey, you know, I think that's who it is. And then there's obviously like some old, you know, school dudes that have been around like Joe Malloy, but I don't really count anymore because it's just been way too long. And plus, also, I'm pretty sure Joe Malloy ain't around anymore. But I do honestly think there is one other person that I am missing that I. There's at least one more that I'm forgetting here. I don't know why I'm forgetting it, but I know there's at least like one that I am. This motion. Oh wait, hold on. What? I found a bunch of fake $100 bills by Johnson Creek and Bell late last night. It was weird as fuck. They were for motion picture posters only. Probably gonna try to pay my rent fit. Lol, fuck it. Nah, I wouldn't do that. That's not gonna fly. Though that is interesting. What's also more interesting, I know exactly what that fucking corner is too. I know exactly that street corner. Honestly, I'm not too surprised because it was like either there are probably like lesbian kids that you know accidentally dropped it, you know, for like some school shit, or some homeless people that are trying to like you know use counterfeit bullshit to just you know get a bunch of shit. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like it has to be one or the other. Knowing the area, it really is a coin toss to be honest. How roughed up and fucked up were those dollars? Did they look a little rough, or were they like kind of somewhat pristine? It's found this good sign on the grass. Fuck, that could be anything then. That's a coin toss then, man. I don't know. Marco. Got no reason to be like cheering that, but whatever. Fuck it. You know what? Speaking of America, let's see what's going on the subreddits. You know there's gonna be something going on here. Do you like going to bars? Depends on which bars they are. But if they're like karaoke bars and like pool hall kind of bars that's got like good food, like there's certain like qualifications for me. But if they hit all that shit, or at least any of those variables, then yeah, Actually, I discovered a new place called the Scoreboard that's here in Portland that has pool, arcade machines, all sorts of little fun stuff, and they got karaoke on Wednesdays and Fridays. Those 2 days specifically. I don't know why it's on off days, but whatever. I don't care. But we went. Me and my friend NBA Blazer actually went over there on Wednesday last time, and that was actually a really fun time. And I did a Green Day song, and then I did a Powerwolf song. And surprisingly, there was one person in the bar that knew the Powerwolf song, and I was like, "Oh my god, wow! Someone actually knows it. Fuck yeah, that's actually cool. You're hyping me up. Yes." Other people were vibing to it; they just didn't know the song. So I was like, whatever. I don't care. At least they were kind of vibing to it. But definitely gonna want to check that place out more. So because it's a really fun spot. And then I mentioned it earlier, but there's a place called Duffy's that's in my neck of the woods. I actually used to do a lot of karaoke streams over there on Fridays and Saturdays as like kind of a little routine that I did. Just me singing my karaoke and stuff like that. And and for me, that was just like a major common thing that was just like an all the time thing. I don't really do it too much anymore, but it's definitely something that I've done, on a somewhat frequent basis. Jumbos. I've only been there one time, funny enough, but I'm not gonna say too much. But let's just say that is really close, dude. You might be really legit close to where I live, dude. I'm not even fucking joking. It's terrible food. Yeah, I will say their food's mid. But I'm not joking. You are probably really close to where the fuck I live, man. I mean, you got a Discord, right? Out of curiosity? You moving this week? Ah, damn. Well, still, I mean, you were kind of in my area for sure. Well, then don't say it too hard on like exactly the streets or nothing, and don't need to dox yourself. But I mean, that's what I was saying. Like, if you got a Discord, because I'm like, because I kind of want to like ask a little bit on Discord, because like legit, it's interesting. But well, I guess you are moving anyway. But still, I think you're probably legit, like practically around the corner for me this entire time. And weirdly enough, we've probably have unknowingly ran into each other on a bus or something like that before, or maybe even at a bar somewhere, without even realizing it. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised. I mean, I don't know exactly what what all you do, but I mean, there's a legit offshoot that probably has happened. Probably, yeah, legit. It's kind of crazy how small the fucking world can be like that, honestly. There we go to Peach Pizza. I used to work there. I tried to get a job over there, but I don't know, like they weren't, like super enthusiastic, about, that process or whatever. So I was kind of like, I have been there before and it was really good pizza. That's why I was kind of like, damn, like was hoping for. Maybe I could try again, but I don't know. We'll see. I do have like some decent opportunities coming up, so I'm just like fingers crossed. But fuck it. I'll see, if there's, an opportunity with that again. I'll wear that hat that says Chicago. Well, hey, Gorogo, I don't live in Chicago. I think a lot of what we're saying should probably emphasize that is not Chicago, my guy. And also, what's with the 88 in your name? It's absolute trash pizza, don't bother. I mean, it's okay. Mod Pizza across the street, though, is way better. If you know which one I'm talking about. Ugh. Like the pizza there, but Mod is better. Oh, dude, Mod is definitely legit better. Year I was born. Also, I'm not a Z. What? I'm not a Z. Not a. Oh. Well, okay. I was just kind of curious about that. You know, you can never be too sure sometimes, you know. Unfortunately, these days, maybe he's not a zombie. Nah, no, I figured what he was saying, but hey, you know what? I'll take the word for it. That's okay. You can never be too sure sometimes. It's dog whistle. Oh, yeah, exactly. Like, you know, unfortunately, it's been so normalized to the point where it is kind of a dog whistle for, you know, some right wing elements to be like, oh, you one of us there, buddy? And, you know, in a lot of cases, it literally could just be like the year they're born, or, yeah, which obviously for this guy, that's what it is. And then, you know, for like a sport team, like for their favorite number of their favorite player, you know, stuff like that. You know, it's, you know, a little shit like that. Like, if I ever have a number in like any account or profile that I have, you know, or if it needs a number, I just put 97 because that's the year I was born. I just put the year, you know, that I was born because that just makes the most sense, you know. So, I mean, it's just one of those things where, unfortunately, with the people that are born in 1988, it's just kind of shitty because, like, damn, when they got 88 in their profile name and any metric, it's just like, oh fuck, are you are you that, or were you just born that year? You're born that year, okay, cool, you're fine. All right, you're good. It's like it's almost like a relief because it's like, man, you never know, you know. You gotta be on your tippy toes sometimes, and it's just unfortunate. Because, man, there really do be a lot more of, at least online, more of them around. Not so much in public. Like, I know there are some magachas, you know, that come around with, like, you know, Portland and stuff like that, you know, and all that shit. But, I mean, even the last time they were was, like, I don't know, like a month ago. But because of everything with like the Epstein files and like the war for Iran escalating to a point where by Monday we're probably going to be seeing a full-on fucking offensive going on and shit. It's like there's a lot of things, you know, where even some elements of MAGA are starting to get like really deflated. You know, even if they still somewhat support them, they're not as enthusiastic to kind of go out there and risk their face being public for everyone to see, you know, to, you know, defend it. Maybe online, but that's probably as far as it's going at this rate. Which, honestly, good. Fuck them. So, at the end of the day, I'm kind of fine with that. I haven't thought of a mod pizza in a minute. There's only one really close to me, too. Oh. Hey, you know, you should check it out. Like, mod pizza is always, you know, pretty dank. What are your thoughts on black fatigue? I mean, I honestly, I've heard of it before, but I don't really quite understand it. I mean, what do you mean by it? I guess just out of curiosity, because I mean, I don't know. Depending on what, you know, is described, I might honestly have like a, you know, maybe opinion around it. But I don't know. Like, I mean, like like black people being fatigued with like politics or something, or like other people being fatigued on like elements of like black culture or something. I mean, yeah, I just, a little elaboration, I suppose, just because I'm a little interested on what that actually generally means. I haven't heard. I mean, I've heard of it. I just don't really know what it means. Oh, hey, good to be at least a little bit informed on it. Black pepper and smoked toast being fatigued. Oh my fucking god. Why did I think this was gonna go anywhere else but that? You could have like done anything but that shit. It would have been very preferable. Is one about people in the U.S. who experience psychological and physical problems caused by various factors, including systemic racism. Pretty much what I figured it'd be. Okay, so something like that. All right, so at that point, I mean, I kind of feel like that is a real thing. I mean, and also I do think that can be expanded even to just broader working class to blue collar, fatigue, when it comes to the sense of the, common, overlapping struggles, when it comes to, something like that. But ultimately, okay, so with that in mind, then yeah, I think that's a real thing. And I definitely think that, that should be a part of the broader addressal when it comes to the issues of the general working class of not just of this country, but of also of the world too. When people come over to this country, want to migrate here, or maybe, we as, people here, maybe want to take work that's elsewhere, like, why does like immigration work have to just be one way for the United States? What if I want to maybe have a work visa and have an opportunity, and has with a little subsidy from the government or something like that, or some shit or whatever the fuck, to maybe go work somewhere else, even if it is for a temporary amount of time. We already do that to an extent, but why not, subsidize and expand that a little further? Like, do like work trade programs. It's like, hey, we're gonna help, like, build up like chip manufacturing facilities or some shit like that in, Germany or something. They could send a lot of their, like, workers when we build, like, Mercedes Benz facilities to, assemble and manufacture their, fucking cars and stuff like that. Have, and everything. And then have, like, their workers come over here, and not just only train workers that are here already at home, to help, with that manufacturing, because then once those work visas are up and then people come back, and shit, now those people that have been taught, by those, visa workers that are Germans and shit at that facility are not going to be the experienced seniority for new workers to come in and be trained by them, and, cycle repeats itself basically. So, and that's good. Stuff like that's a good thing. Like, this country was fundamentally built by immigration work, you know what I mean? So it's like, I mean, like, you can't take that away from the equation, and a lot of them are also black folk too, by the way. I was just using that as at least a key example, but I have direct, anecdotes of, workers who were, like, black, one of them Jamaican, one of them, two of them Ethiopian, and one other from Nigeria as well, when I used to work at Safeway. And all of them were hard ass working workers and busted their fucking asses. The Jamaican one used to work in the hotel industry, so her cleaning duties didn't exactly overlap with a kitchen environment, so we were all kind of like, what are you doing every so often? Be like, this is, I'm sorry, but that's not how you do it. You did, no, 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 stop, 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 stop. I get what you're trying to do, and we kind of appreciate it, but holy shit, whoa, chill out. You know what I mean? You're working a little too hard. Work smarter, not harder. Like, come on now. Like, if anything, it just came down to that. She was working way too fucking hard. She had to, like, be smarter and chill the fuck out a little bit. It just ended up not, like, working out for her, though. She ended up getting a job at, like, a hotel where, that was her main thing anyway. So it all worked out, but she was, like, one of the few that, like, worked, like, way too hard. The other ones, though, were, like, you know, busted their ass just as much as I, or even harder, in doing, all the tasks that I would be able to do, because I was, every so often, because I was seniority at the time, would teach them. And, and be like, all right, well, here's basics of doing this type of stuff, and it's not too simple, complicated, and technically we're not supposed to do this maybe, but as long as management ain't around, but it's always late at night when we do these deep cleaning parts like this, so you should be okay. Here's how we deep clean slicers and this and that and blah blah blah. And by the time that they actually got trained onto that shit, I would, like, every so often check up, just see how they're doing, and they'll be like, wait, I thought they were still on the slicers, and it'll be like 15 minutes later, and they have everything done. I'll just do a quick little loop just to check out, because they might be in the bathroom real quick, and I'd be like, they just got a mop. Holy fuck, they got everything done. And then like a 15-minute period, where for me it would probably be like 25 or 30 minutes. It's like, Jesus, it's like, they must bust their ass. I mean, because they still got like 10 minutes left until like the hot cases, and got to be fully closed and all that shit, and they told me like, hey, go in the bathroom quick, and I'd be like, all right, cool. just want to check the progress, in the middle of my progress, because I'm already pretty caught up ahead. I'll be like, God damn, we're gonna get out here quick. I might have to tell them to slow down so I can get at least a little extra pay. Squeeze it up to the closest I can for 10. But yeah, I mean, to bring back a full circle though, it's just like, I mean, I understand the whole like kind of black fatigue thing, because I've heard and listened, and those are just like a couple examples of anecdotes and things I've learned and been told and seen. And it's just like it just strikes me so much as like another part of like the broader Venn diagram of like the broader issues of the working class that we all struggle with. And the sooner that we're able to uplift all boats in that rising tide raises us all, the better for everybody. And unfortunately, some of our boats are just sinking more to the bottom of the ocean more so than others, and they need to be uplifted more than others when it comes to that, and that's okay. I'd rather them get help first because obviously they kind of need it, right? Ain't nothing wrong with that. Too tired to go through. No worries. But yeah, have a good rest of a little evening and all that. Good stuff. Well, yeah. I mean, ultimately, it's all about just basic empathy, I mean, I don't have to like see it for like a working class issue to understand these things just because I have basic empathy. Like I understand that like it's a tough struggle. I haven't been in those shoes directly, when it comes to stuff like that, but I can at least think in my mind like how bad that can probably be, especially seeing like the history of it, reading up about it, like the videos that could be around there with like things like police brutality and shit like that, like all sorts of things. And the thing is, I'm a queer person as well. There's people like Matthew Shepard who were queer as well that were fucking lynched and fucking butchered in the fucking middle of nowhere too. Maybe not to the same frequency and to the same level, but it happens there too. People like me were fucking considered a bunch of fairy fags, in places like Stonewall until we decided to rise up and throw a brick or two at the cops. It's like, I mean, queer people like me also are kind of a part of that equation as well. I mean, maybe to a various different level, but that's okay because that's a common overlap of that Venn diagram that I'm talking about. Doesn't have to necessarily be like a working class struggle either. And of course, there's different variables and different severities, of how like these different social struggles, are. But I mean, that commonality is what helps unite a lot of us together to overcome the oppressor, right? And ultimately, that's what needs to be the focus. Because ultimately, love or hate it, think it's right, think it's wrong, whatever. There ain't no war but the class war at the end of the day. Because a lot of these social issues are exacerbated because of it. And if anything, are used purposely, to be divisive, as a form of divide and conquer. So the owner class, and especially the Epstein class, can get away with a lot of their heinous crimes, not just to the average common folk, but even to like lesser rich and lesser middle class folk too as well, that they see as even beneath them. Because obviously that's a fucking thing that's been going on. And you know what? Good on fucking the UK for arresting the former Prince Andrew too. That fucking weird homunculus demon. Now, if only that there was more fucking countries, including our own, that would do that. Wage a war on these chicken tenders and French fries and jumbos. Oh, nice. That sounds good. Hell yeah, bro. Shit, if I was like at my pad or some shit, because I was there all day practically. Like, if I knew this, I wouldn't be like, fuck it, I'm gonna go over there. I mean, I would have been like, fuck it. Let's meet up before you move. Keep in mind, they didn't arrest him for crimes against children. It was the financial secrets he gave to Epstein. But I don't care. It's something, you know. Well, I do care because it is heinous that they didn't go all the way with it. But because he's a rich royal elite fuck. I mean, they'll make an example out of him because he's like the lesser pawn, like out of all the fucking chess pieces there. So they're gonna make an example of him, basically. I think that's what's going on. Like everyone that's involved in the major players at hand that are involved in the fucking Epstein files are gonna be like, all right, who's the lesser pawn? Who's like the bottom of the totem pole that we could just like nick off, and hopefully they'll like shut the fuck up because someone got arrested or something. I think it was former Prince Andrew. Ain't a rich royal elite fuck no more. Well, you could take the royal part out of it, but he is a rich elite fuck still. Not royal no more, but he's still a rich elite fuck. I guess you could say former royal though. But either way, point still stands. Like, he's still got a lot of money and assets and shit. I mean, either way, like, he's still got a lot of power, but they're still going to make an example out of him. That's why I even mentioned that caveat earlier about the Epstein class, seeing even the lesser, upper class of the rich, as pawns to their game because of people like him. So, I mean, I will admit, I think it's only a matter of time before, like, the dominoes start falling a little more. But that just depends on what happens. Like, it's going to be a while before more dominoes fall. It was second in line to the throne at one point. I know. And the thing is, do you think all the royal family is just somehow weirdly not involved in any of this shit? Fuck no. They absolutely are involved. Indirectly involved. Like, Queen Elizabeth, like, helped, before she died, that weird wretched demon. Like, she was helping with the settlements for Prince Andrew and some other motherfuckers related to this shit. Like, she was doing it, a lot of things to help cover this up. The royal family is absolutely directly involved. They didn't got, Prince, whatever the fuck his dumb fuck name is, with that other, lady or whatever the fuck. The Princess Diana fucking fiasco and conspiracy, where they probably had her whacked. Dude, like, the royal family are a bunch of venomous viper motherfuckers, dude. Like, I mean, just make no exceptions. They're making an example out of him. Because the royal family is involved in this shit. That's why I mentioned like that from earlier. Even though Prince Andrew ain't no royal no more, he still got a little bit of those assets, and when this all was going on, he still was royal, and that entire family was directly involved and absolutely knew exactly all this shit that was going on. Maybe they didn't know every little fucking thing, but it didn't matter because they've done this shit too. They're like broadly like inbred Habsburg jaw motherfuckers anyway. Trace that line back far enough. I mean, it literally is Habsburg jaw, fucking shit. Courtney Love's in the files. There's a lot of Hakeem Jeffries is in the fucking files. No one's innocent, like in this shit, dude. It's honestly like anyone in influence or power that has been around from like the 90s up until like now. At this point, like, it's safe to say that they're probably in the files unless proven otherwise, at this rate. Not for everyone, obviously, but like for the names that we know, like Kornilov, Hakeem Jeffries, Trump, himself, fucking Clinton, Hillary, the royal family, all these motherfuckers, dude. All of them. It's insane how like 1990s to like 2011 era, like Alex Jones was unironically, weirdly kind of right about a lot of these conspiracies that are now fucking real. It's actually kind of fucking wild. And I specified to 2012 because we all know what happened in 2013 when he started taking that, like, still comedic, funny guy, but, Sandy Hook and all. By the way, Courtney being in the fucking files just weirdly makes me more believe that Courtney Love played a role in Kurt dying. That just makes me believe harder that Kurt didn't kill himself. I'm sorry. Dude, like, it just kind of does, man. I mean, it's like I don't want to, but fuck, bro. Why? Why is there now another piece of evidence that's like, this is too conspicuous? And when they marry out of their ethnicity to leave, Prince Harry's wife was dragged and relentless. Dude, yeah, for real. And I kind of hate to know it, but also at the same, because like on one hand, like people like my mom, I don't know why, like pay attention to shit like this and stuff like that. I don't know why. I mean, it's been a minute. I mean, I haven't heard anything in a while, but she did, and it's like she was like, man, why can't just Prince Harry just have a nice peaceful life with her, cute little sweet wife and blah blah blah. Remember, like I kind of know about it. So on one hand, I kind of get that, but on the other hand, it's like you're a royal rich fuck and you're just trying to be like a celebrity influencer bitch boy. Same with the wife too a little bit, like, but because it's controversial, because your wife ain't ethnic and a part of a royal herself or whatever the stupid fucking bullshit. It's like now y'all just I don't know. It's like ugh. I just hate it, dude. Just abolish the monarchies, period. They can still be their rich little influence cocksucker selves, but you ain't no royals no more. Just fuck all that shit. Not just for the UK too, but also for these other like countries that are doing it. Saudi Arabia, which is straight up a monarchy outright, like practically an absolute monarchy with some representation, barely. You got other fuck places like the UAE and shit like that, the Kingdom of Jordan. And then you got like, Norway, Sweden, and Denmark that still technically have royal families and shit. It's like, hey, yo, even though they don't even have any real power anymore, I don't give a fuck. Gotta go. Bye-bye. It's like all of it, dude. It all needs to just go. Japan, too. They still technically have an emperor, even though he's just there for official titleship and all this other stuff. Fuck that. No, bye. Gots to go. Like, fuck that shit. Didn't goddamn America fucking have a damn revolution over this shit? And now, side is like, even America, it's like, some of our close allies happen to be like royal monarchies. It's like, give me a fucking break, dude. Oh, man, I cannot wait until post-2028. I'm not even going to lie. Because it's going to be a minute. But, oh, shit. If there is anyone that even has a level of fucking titanium balls or clit of steel or whatever, like, they better be going full ham. Not just for this royal shit, but I mean, like, reconstruction here in this fucking country. Like resetting, like kind of our global diplomacy and economic and trade and, military power in the world, everything. Like, I hope there is just like a straight unironic reset button that said, wishful thinking, but fuck, dude. At least in certain levels, that would be nice. Ultimately, at least domestically. If we can at least do a reset button domestically, I'll be happy with that. If the genie's out of the bottle because we're like at war with Iran now and we got troops there and shit like that, and that's more technical and we have to kind of like wean down that bullshit, blah, 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 that I can understand. But at least with like, or anywhere else, right? But like, domestically, like, goddamn, if we can't even do that and like do a reset button over here and like do like the Shermans marching down south or Reconstruction 2, Electric Boogaloo on any level, I don't even care if it's like liberal-fied, and libbed up. If there's not even like a lib version of Reconstruction, I'm not going to be happy. Just straight the fuck up. I will not be happy at all. I demand of our fucking government and our, politicians to, even these Democrat, little fucking oligarch fucks, to at least get the fucking hint. And I get there's a bunch of the snake in the grass, that are in there, trying to take advantage of that, like people like Gavin Newsom. Fuck that motherfucker. Unironically, if it was between him and Vance, I'll just vote for a party again. Like, not even joking. Fuck that. Weirdly enough, Vance would be such a sad, suckable, like, lame duck that it would just be, I don't know. I don't think much would come from it. I still generally believe that even if, like, Trump croaked now and we have to now have him as, like, the interim, until then, like, I don't know. He's just not going to be able to, that's why also, by the way, Newsom should not be there in the primaries. Make sure he stays the fuck out of them. And also, keep an eye out for Hillary. I feel like she might, try to make a run again, too. She might try again. Now she doesn't have Trump for that baggage because she learned her lesson after all these years. She 100% killed. Court left Kurt. I mean, I don't think she obviously directly did it, but I don't know. Wasn't her like maybe I'm wrong, but I could have swore I saw like some article or like maybe like a Reddit post or some shit of like new pictures of like the Kurt Cobain crime scene. Not showing everything, but it's definitely like different photos. I could have swore I saw that like a week or two ago. I'm thinking about it. But I mean, just knowing even the original photos that were released, at least from what I do remember, it's like nothing doesn't make sense with that. I mean, especially if you have a shotgun that's like a semi-automatic, and I have one, so the shell ejects on the right hand side. Like it, why would that be on the left? Especially, it don't make sense. I guess the only way it did, if is he had it like where, I guess like instead of where like the magazine tube is like on the bottom, it's on, or like on top, it's on the bottom, so he has to like flipped over, so like the barrel is like right side up basically. Like, so then the shell ejection goes out that way. But even if that was the case, where the shell's lying, like that shell would have launched out way farther away. Like it wouldn't have. It just nothing really exactly makes sense with it. I guess random physics could just make that shell just bounce around, then just rolls over there. I guess I don't know, but it's just one of those things where I mean, I do think there is a chance that he probably just did do it, but there's just a lot of things that really do just raise questions, and there's just no answers to them. And even people that supposedly do know about it, they've all kind of either slowly have like died away, or have like, or were complicit. So who knows? Who the fucking? Hold on. How's this comfortable? Dude, he has just like his third eyelid out right now because he's just out. That is so creepy. Who's twitching? Oh, he's straight up asleep. That's so weird. He's in a weird little dream state. It's not really twitching though. Oh, a little bit. Oh, he is now. I also love how Jazzy's just... She's awake, but she's just watching. She's like, what you doing, Unc? Oh, no, you woke up. Oh, hey, buddy. I did a little... I woke up. You heard it. What a goofy boy. Goofy boy. Big old chunky poof boy. Oh, that stretchy bean. Look at that stretch boy. That stretch boy. Oh my god, that sploot action though. That sploot action though. That booty stretch. After the walk home to my boy. Oh, to walk the boy. Hell yeah. Give that little sweet bean a walk. Bring a little rope or something and give that little sweet bean a little fetch or two for me. Oh. Jesse, you lazy little chunk. Oh, you giving a little tail wags because you a little chunk. You is a chunk. Chunk. You Jesse chunk. Chunk, come. Up chunk. Chunk. Jesse chunk. You little bean. I love how stranger loves being called chunk. Jazzy, come here. You chunk. You chunk chunk. Oh, you stretchy chunk. That little chunk chunk. Chunk, come here. Jazzy, chunk. Get over here, you little silly bean. Oh, you stretchy galump. Sploop chunk. Hi from Australia, how you chilling? Pretty good, pretty good. You big old chunk. Ugh. Just chunk. This is why she didn't want to come over. She knew this would happen. She's kind of like, what the fuck? She really do got that look of like, what the fuck, Unc? That's why I didn't want to come over here. I knew this would happen. You silly chunk. It'd be cold. I know, and windy as shit, dude. Honestly, it wouldn't be so bad if it wasn't fucking windy. Like, it's been redonkulous, dude. That's why you have to just grip a floof sweet bean like Jazzy and just like use this chunk warmth to warm you up. She's like, what the hell? I love how these dogs just strangely do kind of like being manhandled a little bit. Oh. We go chunk chunk. Oh. Thump. Whoa. Up chunk chunk. There you go. There you go, girl. Hi, Vito. Are you a jelly bean? Vito, get up here. Vito, now you're just knocking things over. Vito, your tail is a weapon. Shh. No, don't do that. Jazzy. Oh my god. Boop. There we go. He sings. He did. Oh, and the roommates and his gal returned. They're doing a little chill thing. Won't be too surprised if they, come down and whip up a little dank or something. Lots of bunnies out tonight. I'm not too surprised. Like one little area that has like a lot of bunnies is like in that South Waterfront, like kind of South Portland area. Because whenever I go over to the iceberg test, I take the Triman over there by that Tilcomb Bridge, and then walk the rest of the way. And I'm also kind of like surprised like how many little buns are everywhere. I've even walked up to one of them, and they're just like, "What the fuck?" And I was just like about maybe 3 feet away. And then eventually was like, starts scurrying off. And I was like, oh, I thought you might be chill enough, but I guess you weren't. Boo. Actually, I see what. You know what? I have an idea in mind. We'll see, but we'll think about it. Let's see what happens. You know what? I think I'll gauge it after this little bit. What time is it right now? Okay, okay. You know what? Doing a quick little gauge. Let's see if I'm pretty sure it has zip on this bad boy, because I know that, yes, I do. Let's see here. Damn, want to be slow. Hmm. Literally, the only way I could be able to do it with, the maximum amount of time would be immediately. I'm just like, fuck, I don't want to do that. So I'm like, shit. I literally just looked at the best times, and the one I would need to take to get it close to my pad. The last one's 15 minutes, and there ain't no fucking way I'm making that one. I'm like, shit. That's the idea. Because I need to take these little beans for a walko anyway. So, I guess I'll have to sacrifice that anyway and say, fuck it. But, I'll give him a little walk. And then, we'll continue this back in my pad, actually. Well, won't do that quite yet, though. It's not last call, I'm just saying, I just want to respect their time. I figure they are, they want their time, you know what I'm saying? So, let them have their little moment, you know what I mean? That's why I also turned that down a little bit too and everything. And besides, like, I got like a little game plan for tomorrow anyway, and in a way, it would be preferable if I am actually at my pad for that. So it would be good for that, actually. I don't mind a little adventure time anyway. I've done the walk before. Ain't that long. The beats will always show up. Oh, of course. And it'll always be there and always be little sweeties. Whole game, I'm sure it has hella buns. Oh, they definitely do. Like, a lot of the areas around here definitely have a lot of them. Like, even on my walk on, like, the Springwater Trail and stuff, I see a lot of them, too. Amongst those, all sorts of other critters, too. Why are they doing over there? Oh, they're just competing for food. They're both over there hovering over that damn food bowl. So it's kind of cute, but it's just like, damn. Cute little tails all like, whoop, all curled out. Oh, it's just so adorable. Are they both competing for water now? Oh, no. Jazz is eating, Vita's drinking the water. They're about to get some cramps. I don't know if, anyone's done exercise after eating food, but half the time you usually get cramps. They're about to get cramps. It's about to be some bulk. Y'all about to get cramps when I walk, y'all. You silly beans. Damn. What are you doing? Got him licking her booty. What's wrong with you? No. You are disgusting and herbaceous. You're insane. You, sir, are insane. And you're about to get the cramps of a lifetime on your walk. And that's about to be some bullshit, you know that? About to be bunk. You know it. Oh. Stupid empty can. Here, take this real quick. Be right back. You're that hungry, Jazzy? Damn. Little beat of potato. Why you give me that look? Just give me such a guilt trip look. His little tail too. Oh, hey Vito, no, get your big old booty back up there. You stretch your bean boy. Get back up there. Oh. Your fucking tail's such a weapon, dog. Really? You goofy boy. You goofy little bean. Whoa. Too close. Too close. But almost done with that little bad boy. So get this, at least for this particular stream, on the last call, and then we'll later maybe do another one, a super Hello Night one for the fuck of it. We'll see. If anything, actually, I actually do kind of have a little peculiar idea, possibly, if a certain homie happens to be up. But we'll have to see. But there we go, got that loaded. I'm also thinking if we do come back, it'll probably be pretty late. So I mean, I don't blame no one for not sticking around for a while, or anything like that. It'll be for the late night crew kind of thing, if anything. You ever pick your nose? Well, not in public, but I've had times where I'm like, I have a napkin or I have like a paper towel or something around, right? All right, here, let me kind of like, because I can't like sniff it out. Like, I can't do that, but I can't like get it out because like that kind of gross stuff. But it's just like they're annoying the fuck out of me. And I'm just like, all right, I just got to take a pinky and just like, you got to dig her out, You got to dig it out. Who hasn't? Well, yeah, exactly. Now, the caveat, though, is do you eat it? Because that's the problem. If you do that shit, you're a repulsive fuck. Like, don't do that. There's nothing wrong with trying to, like, dig for a quick little bit of gold and then you, like, flick it off or you fucking, like, slide it off your fucking pants. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? But, like, if you're like, you just, like, it builds your immune system. Are you trying to justify this right now? Are you unironically being like, yeah, booger, blah, blah? Are you... Are you really doing that right now? Seriously, they studied it? Unironically, send me the link. I want to see this. I'm not even joking. Like, what? There's actual studies on this? Okay, I'm going to be blunt. I've been drunk or in the shower and stuff, and I've been like a moment where I'm like, oh, what the fuck? And I get out and I'm like, look at this motherfucker. And look, my drunk dumb ass would be like, yeah, fuck it. And I'll just like, but but actively being like, yeah, let every little bug. Like, dude. I gotta see the studies. This make me crack up. No, I mean, I'm trying not to laugh so hard, man. That's what I'm saying. I gotta see, you know what? We'll just have to, like, crack up about it later. I mean, because, God, bro. Studies are sparse because it's difficult to find willing participants. I mean, dude, if I'm getting money out of it, I'll say fuck it, man. You know what I mean? I'll be like, yeah, if I'm getting paid to do this study, yeah, I'll pick my nose and eat that shit. I don't care. If I'm being paid for it, if it's just like, yeah, you're not getting paid for it, then like, yeah, no. I mean, like I said, I've had those little drunk moments in the shower or some other moments where I'm like, yeah, whatever. Anyway, my food. You know, like, but like, I don't know. It's like, and look, and I'll admit, I'll even kind of pick my nose too a little bit, even on streams. But a lot of that's because of fucking, long ass nose hairs and shit, So, long exposure to germ cells prevent allergies. And I still kind of have, like, and weirdly enough, as the older I get, I develop more allergies. Like, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if that works completely. Because when I was a young kid and growing up, I know I had like the booger eating bullshit like way more so than I am as an adult. I just do it because I might unintentionally be a little drunk and, be like, I got this epic food. I don't want to wear my pants. Fuck it. Anyway. Oh yeah, that food stank. Anyway. You know what I mean? Like, but as a kid, yeah, like I remember, like before bedtime, I was always like reaching for gold before I was going to bed, just like being a freak, dude. Like I will admit to that. I naturally swallow about 1.5 quarts of mucus daily, anyway. Well, yeah, because you got like when you do that, you got that liquidy mucus, and you got phlegm in your lungs, and yeah, like you're already doing that anyway. You know what I mean? So might as well embrace it, right? I guess, in a weird way. I suppose that's why my immune system is stronger, because I did get sick a lot as a kid, but because of my weird habits, the times I was sick was mainly because of probably some new shit. The times I got sick was really bad, but I rarely did get sick. I just do remember distinctly more often being sick, as a kid growing up, more so than as an adult. Now I have been sick, growing up as an adult every so often, including especially with like these like gut fucking, for even like a day, at least, sometimes, or at least overnight, occasionally, mostly, and it's just like, ugh. I definitely need to like check up with the doctor eventually here soon at some point this year just to figure that shit out, because I'm just like, doc, why it's not always, and it's kind of sporadic when it does happen, but why is it that like maybe overnight or even for like a day? I think there was one time it was literally a day and a half where I was like, I'm feeling this way. It's like, what the fuck? Like, I mean, is it food poisoning? Is it like a particular habit? Is there some environmental thing? Like, what the fuck is it? And from what I've narrowed down, it probably is, like some different factors for sure, but I want to actually really know what it is, though. I guess like around 2 years tops, unless medication messes with me. For me, I'll usually get like sick once decently for like once a year, or whether it's like a cold or a flu or like what I'm just talking about. But sometimes, but there's also a lot of times where I get like, like sniffles and coughs where I have like mild or minor symptoms, but it doesn't really affect me too hard. But other people are going to get sick and they get more affected. Like when it comes to common cold stuff and shit. So, I mean, I do get stuff like that every so often, but it's every year, honestly. I mean, a lot of people probably do, but not acknowledging, or at least being like, oh yeah, no, it's just because I'm smoking too much or this and that or whatever. It's like, no, you're probably like, hey, have a mask or have like an alcohol rub to wipe down things, because if you're sharing a bong or a pipe, you probably want to wipe it down before you pass it to them. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. I've been sick in anyway since before COVID. I feel like my left's gonna run out soon. Well, hopefully it don't, man. Keep that health good and prosperous. Like seriously, like I mean, I'm much rather that than some slight common cold gets you a pneumonia or a pneumonia, and then you fucking are fucking like in ICU or some shit. You know what I mean? Like you don't need none of that. No one needs none of that. Like fuck that. Wear masks because we care about the health of others. Well, so did I. And on top of that, it was a requirement for work. But I also did care about the health of others because I know for a fact that during COVID, I did get like, a common cold. I did take a COVID test and I was negative, but I was like, well, just on this virtue alone, I don't want to get other people sick and to get people paranoid. So I took it, and kept wearing a mask, even a neck gaiter or whatever. Like I wore whatever I could, whatever was available for me at the time, basically. Cause respiratory issues? Not really. I mean, why did so many doctors, like to this day wear masks for surgeries? I mean, like there's they really don't. I never had respiratory issues with them. If anything, I just during the summer and springtime I would get stuffy because it would be hot, and I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna take this off real quick, be in the freezer, be like, oh, let me like wind myself down. All right, let me put it back on because now this thing with my sweat is now cold, and now I feel weirdly refreshed, and I'm like, all right, put it back on, come back out of the freezer, now I feel refreshed. Like I have that luxury though because of where I used to work when that happened, but I know not every workplace has that, but still, it's just like I mean, there's no problem with like stepping outside or going to a freezer or whatever, whatever options you got to be able to step outside, take it off real quick and air out and then put it back on when you go back into work and stuff like that. All right. I mean, it was never a big deal then and it shouldn't be now. Like most places, like especially in like, Japan or like in South Korea and places like that, like masks are such a norm to where like it's to us it would be seen as like pretty extreme. Like it's literally just a social norm where it's honestly kind of like rude not to have one. So I mean like especially when it comes to like different pandemics or especially during wintertime where like flu season and stuff like that is like more rampant, it should be seen as a social norm to be able to wear stuff like that more often and encourage that. I mean, because you don't have to wear like some thick ass fucking thing or whatever. Even something as simple as like some basic ass little medical mask will do just do enough. I mean, doctors wear those all the time for doing surgeries, so and those are pretty thin if you think about it for like what they are. They're just like with good quality fabric to prevent germs and other shit from spreading. And to this day, I still see a lot of like people like doing that for themselves. And honestly, it kind of makes me think like, shit, I should probably be doing that myself, to be honest. Especially when it comes to concerts. Like I'll see people in concerts, even in the mosh pit, wearing one, like wearing a mask, and I'm like, oh fuck, I probably should too. Because I know for a fact I have definitely have gotten like the common cold or like some sort of like a flu or some shit like that, maybe even COVID potentially. That's like to me because I've been vaccinated, and I haven't, updated it recently, but want it, next time I can, update those shots. But it's just like, even then, it's like, I mean, that just because it doesn't affect me as much, and even if I do get some sort of an affection from that, it affects other people way fucking more, and that's a problem. That's a public health issue. And even I am like, oh damn, I probably take a more acknowledgement to some of these things when it does happen. That's why, we encourage people to wash your hands after you go to the bathroom, or like, shit like that. Because we are trying to minimize, germs, spreading, right? Vaccines are a part of that. Nice that. Well, thanks. They're meant to keep, wait, hold on. They're meant to keep your nasty ass germs away from others. You shed most viruses before you even know you're sick. Well, yeah. Hence why there are people that tend to be asymptomatic and spread it without even realizing it. And unfortunately, I probably guarantee you, I probably was one of those people. Like, because I've been vaccinated, I'm not, like, I'm, outside of the more updated COVID variants that are around these days. Like, I mean, and like, at this point, it doesn't affect me really that much, but I can unintentionally be spreading it to fucking people. Or maybe like I might feel like I have the flu or the cold, but it's actually COVID or some shit, like some updated variation, at this point, since, 2020. And now I'm intentionally spreading that to people. That's not, that ain't, that's a problem. And wearing a mask prevents me from spreading that to other people. And that's a good thing. Because even if you feel okay, but you still have like a little, kind of thing going on, just wear one. It's all right. Even a medical mask will work. Actually, probably be the best. Because, like I said, medical doctors wear those things all the fucking time when they're doing surgeries and shit, so they're not breathing in on someone's fucking open heart when they're doing surgery on their heart or something. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, like masks like that actually work really well. So just, collect a couple of those and just wear those. Oh my fucking god. I don't want you to get it booted or timed out, bro. And in fact, like I said, it might be, in a different location for a part 2 here after I finish this and smoke one more and walk these beans and all that. Okay. Homie, don't do that. I know there's a way to delete the comment without banning. Okay, there we go. Don't do that, dude. Damn, what the fuck? I know, dude, for real. Don't dox yourself, homie. And also, like, I don't live in Chicago. Just don't do that. Stop it. Don't do that, man. Come on now. Jesus. Don't be scared, yo. I live in Portland, Oregon, dude. I'm wearing this because I fucking went to Chicago one time. I want to visit again because the city's awesome. Homie, like, what the fuck? Like, Jesus, bro. And honestly, the main reason why I went there was because of fucking Avenged Sevenfold and System of the Down were playing there. Like, bruh. That's my friend's hat. My friend wants his hat back, yo. Dude, I'm surprised I even have this hat still. This hat initially had 2 pins over here and 1 pin over here. I lost it at a protest because of fucking ICE, in Portland being scum, and I had to kind of run off for a second. And I lost the hat for a minute. And someone left the hat on top of a trash bin, but took the pins off of this hat. They took the pins on the damn hat. I had a Los Malvados hat pin here, which is a really awesome Portland punk band. And then there's an anti-Nazi pin that was a, swastika that was crossed out. And then on this side, there was a pin that said "Fuck you, make me." That was like an anarchist pin. They left the hat, but took the pins. So I'm lucky to even have this fucking hat still, dude. Dude, it's not their hat. And also, this is a very generic hat that I literally bought at the fucking airport on a deal. Instead of like $30 for a shirt and then like 15 for a hat, it was literally a $40 deal for a hat and a shirt. And I was like, fuck it, that's actually a good deal because that's pretty decent amount of money for an airport prices and stuff. That's actually legit. So no, I got this literally at the airport on my way the fuck out of Chicago, you dumb stick. 300 seconds to figure it out, my bud. It's a little gnome enamel pin. Wait, what? I have a pin of my art if you want it. Yeah, honestly, that'd be dope. Like I said, do you have a Discord? I was mentioning it earlier. I don't know if you caught it, but if you have a Discord, I can share it to you. It's honestly the same as my channel on here. Here, let me double check. But I'm pretty sure it is. Yeah. Because if you want, yeah, that'd be cool. I love collecting pins. I'm a pin guy. I love pins. Yeah, it's really the same. Ignore Husky. No spaces, though. It's just all one word. I can stash a pin somewhere around Bell and Johnson Creek. Actually, do you know of Water Tower Park by chance? Oh, wait. Do you actually already have my Discord? I just literally got a notification that just said, yo. I think you already have mine. Oh, yeah, you already do. You already have my Discord. Yeah, I got the Wi-Fi phone on here. So that actually kind of weirdly works. Funny enough, I can actually maybe give you an address to drop it off at if you want. I'm not even joking. I mean, I could do that for you. Yeah, because I like pins. And shit, I kind of want to, like do a pin for pin trade. Because pins weirdly are kind of like a little community thing sometimes, especially when you're at like concerts and shit. Because I've had pins where I've lost them, but I've also like looked on the ground after a pit and I've been like, oh, look at this pin. Oh, I thought it was mine. Someone else's. Cool, I'm taking this. Fuck it. Someone probably took my pin thinking it was something else. So, I mean, hey, I can even drop one off for you too if you want. Shit, man, I mean, honestly, before you move, if you want, like, we should just, like, kick it for a sec. Just for the fuck of it. Oh my god, that thing is so cute. I love it. That's an adorable little gnome. I like it. That's so cute. That's awesome. Oh, actually, I think I have a spot where I could put it. I have a hat over here. Hold on. This a hat I wear all the time usually. I haven't worn it in a fat minute, but got a little Luna and then this cute little dude giving the middle finger and shit. I'm thinking this empty space right here would be perfect for the gnome. There used to be a pin there, but then it fell off, and I'm just like, damn, sad face. But that'd be a perfect little spot for it, I think. Actually, I need to double check to make sure that I have like every pin on here that's like good, because I know that one of them, I think, might not have all. Oh no, okay, they all do. This hat has been for the fucking ringer. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna wear it. It's been a minute since I wore this damn thing. Switch up the hats. I know I did take like a pin or two off of this hat on the back and put on this one, so I'm not really too sad that those pins are gone, because I've lost and have put so many pins on this little bad fuck. This is my little punk hat. Like, I usually try to go to punk shows with this fucking thing, because one of my shows that I actually even know the band of, Los Malbrados, they kind of see on the front of it there. I actually even know some of the band members of that band. And even the ones that unfortunately I felt like kind of come and go to, but I'm just like, shit. I mean, this thing has been to so many punk shows, metal shows. I've collected so many pins, bought different pins, all sorts of stuff. It's like, and probably like what? Almost lost it like probably 4 different times and found it every single fucking time. I have weird luck with finding my hats again, including this one. I'm just like, damn. I need to make sure that luck stays. That's for sure. But here, let me load one more little bit, and we'll probably keep going for later. But I'll give these little beans a walk and all that shenanigans. Oh, back in a different little space, if anything. See what the late night crew looks like with all that. Boop. Yep. I roll smooth. Oh yeah. Nice. I think it might be Logan's. I'm not too sure. I know he ordered something recently, and my shit got here, but it's not in here. Huh. Yeah, when I left earlier today, I didn't see anything on the front, so. Yeah, possibly. Oh no. Sounds like he was expecting something, but hasn't arrived yet. Or it might be in the mailbox or something. Who knows? Hopefully it gets it though. Roll blunt. I mean, I don't know. I'm not really exactly a roller, my guy. I'd be taking way too long to do that, man. I wish I could though, brother. Smell Graffiti Patreon stuff. If you want to check it out, it's pretty oh. Just if you look real close. Wait, what did they? Oh, well, they do. That's kind of cute. I like it. Where you going, bro? I was gonna walk the doggos, and because my Kush and his girl are over here, I figured I'd migrate to my pad after the walkos, which I'm about to do here pretty soon. I figured to give them their time, Y'all look like you really are bored, but also tired and don't want to walk, but y'all really do kind of want to walk. I had to say that like twice or three times for y'all to really finally get active. Damn, you all are little lazy beans right now. All right. Hold on. Veto. You're not in a good you're in the worst spot possible right now, my homie. Over here. Where'd your pops repurpose it? Actually, on my way back, I might DM you on Discord about some updates around some stuff like that. The garage is fine. Well, fine, but I mean, you remember that one time I was at my pad? Yeah, like that's really a better spot. Like I said, I'll have to update you about that shit because I'm not gonna bring it up on stream right now, but it's some updates, I'll say. I'm not saying a roll blunt. I'm saying he should. Oh, okay, I get you. Well, maybe he doesn't have enough weed, and maybe he's trying to ration it out. Mm. Rat's probably living his best life. Oh, they're probably dead already. I don't know. And frankly, thank God, fingers crossed, I haven't seen it in a minute. So I'm hoping that just stays that way. I mean, I will admit, because my boy is hanging out with my bro right now, and, being babysat by him, his, other unc from my family, I'm just like, I will say I'm also kind of a little like, a little bit, but like I said, I don't want to get into that, either. So I'm just like, there's some, I don't know if you've been around, but like the last couple times streaming, I said, like, this past week's been a fucking roller coaster of a lot of shit, and I'm just like, motherfucker. So, what was Zagos nice to Zooks? I mean, it sounds like it, but Zooks, because of, like, this past year and shit, is kind of, like, lacked on some of his proper behavior a little bit. So, I don't know. Like I said, there's a lot of things right now where my bro's kind of like, a little bit about that. I'm just like, yo, bro, hold up. Like, because when he was laying that down on me, I was just, oh, fuck. I'll say all the exact deeds, but I was like visiting pops, and we were like, this. Look, I got a lot to say, but yo, bro, like, whoa, like this. I don't want to like be too exacerbative or whatever, because I'm like, hey, yo, like, damn, you're laying a lot on me right now, kind of thing, So I don't know. It's like, it's one of those things where it's like, I mean, I appreciate what he is doing, but he can be a handful sometimes, that's for sure. And there's also a lot of other things where I'm just kind of like, yo, whoa, you need to take a few steps back and chill really quick before you make some drastic, decision or something. You know what I mean? It's like, whoa. You're kind of doing some different things, like I'm kind of like, I kind of get where you're coming from, but like, dude, whoa, low key, just straight up, back up. Like, yo, certain things are not your decision to make. But I don't know, like, it's one of those things I'll eventually talk to him about more often. I mean, it's like we're still like reconnecting and everything and shit and all that. So it's not like it's a bad thing, but it's like, motherfuck, dude. Like it's unfortunately kind of making it a little difficult. I will admit. I think you need a handful of bean snout. I do, and I want my bean snout. Which, funny enough, I was kind of wanting to do a weird little, like, kind of hiatus just for a minute, just to spend a weekend with him and my boy and, his dog and everything. Like, just hang out and not even stream. And even if I did, it'd probably be for like an hour or maybe 30 minutes just hanging out, playing like a game or something. Some shit like that. You know what I mean? But I mean, he never got back to me about that today. Like, he got back to me about some other shit, but just not that. I'm just like, what kind of happened with that plan, my dude? It's like, I mean, we gotta kind of, have some time together so you and I could talk and figure some shit out. On top of, everything else, because he's got like some pretty strong opinions about various things. And I'm like, yo, homie, like some lawyer shit. Let me make my case as the defense here. Like, come on now. Like, I mean, I know this for sure is a lot of it is because like we haven't like talked too much up until like the last couple months, so he doesn't know like every little fucking thing that's been going on. And it's just like, and I think it would be, like hanging out for a weekend would have been a great opportunity. But now it just seems like that's not really out of a chance because, yes, he has his work and he, gets up super fucking early and all this other shit. It's like, it's like, bruh, it's like, I mean, dude, I've been trying to push this for a while now, and now you're kind of slacking here. It's like, I even told you, like, he even said I'll call you like later today, and he never did. It's like, bruh, like, dude, come on, man. Hi. Well, hello. Kind of caught me in an interesting little moment, but nonetheless, hello. I will say I'm doing a little bit of a last little toke before I come back later this evening, but in a little bit of a different little location. And unfortunately, without any beans though, but that's okay. Me, I heard you, Jazzy. Don't do that to me. Bro, do a 360. Whee! Did 360, you know what? Boom. The hats are now meta 360. You got one, and then you got 180, but when you combine them all together, it's a 360, bro. Meta 360, it's over 9,000. It is deep. That is truly deep. That is true. 4 deep, 5 me, bro. 4 deep, 5 me. But anyway, I'm gonna give you this little beans walk, and we'll be back a little later this evening and all that little fun shenanigans and all that. But not here though. We'll be a different little spot. Might be a minute though, but we'll be back. So who knows how long though.